Hey guys, LBF back again with another Vans review. And today I have a pair of SK8-Hi MTEs. Colorway is black true white. These are size 12 and they retail for $80. The MTE line, otherwise known as the Mountain Edition line, is actually a collection of classic silhouettes which Vans has modified for a more outdoor lifestyle. So they feature some weatherized materials, reinforced uppers, thermal interiors, as well as the lug outsole. And this whole Mountain Edition idea was actually something that Vans had back in the early 2000s. They originally released the Mountain Editions, and they were a little bit different than what we see now. I don't think that there were any classics involved in it. So actually last year was the first time they introduced the SK8-His and Eras into the mix, which is pretty cool. Originally, when this shoe released, it was only available at cold store locations as well as online, but they sold out really quick online. But the cold store locations are any kind of store that's located in a colder environment. So probably stores such as Portland, Seattle, I'm sure like Maine, Massachusetts, New York, and I'm sure shops up in Canada as well. And they sold out really quick. They were very hard to find. I managed to get the glazed gingers, luckily, and it was my favorite, one of my favorite shoes last year. Definitely my favorite GR. And I actually missed out on this black pair, but now that it seems that Vans has reintroduced the MTEs but into a broader market, so you can actually find these in locations such as SoCal, which is pretty dope, and they brought them back online as well, but only in the black and the glazed ginger colorway. Nevertheless, I absolutely love this silhouette, the MTE SK8-Hi, definitely one of my favorites. As I mentioned earlier, it features these weatherized materials here, so you have this pig suede here, the scotch guarded pig suede on the toe box, the tongue, the eye stay, and on the heel counter here. Very nice suede. Love scotch guarded suede. It's very buttery. And you have this tumbled black leather here on the side panel, also on the trim on the collar here, but in a brown color, and on that pull tab. On the jazz stripe here, we got a white leather. Features a brown foxing stripe on the midsole, the white foxing. You have a reinforced heel here with this heel bumper. Definitely a cool added feature. Red off-the-wall skateboard on the heel. The gum lug outsole, probably my favorite part of the shoe. As you can see, it does protrude from the shoe to give you a better grip. Very cool. And it's a lot easier to clean than your typical outsole, typical waffle outsole. On the interior of the shoe here, we have this faux sheep fur lining in this black color. Nothing on the insole there. The lining goes all the way down to the toe of the shoe. Very cool. Features these silver eyelets here, and then you have two hiker eyelets on the top. Got these black wax rope laces. And this really cool reinforced tongue here with this leather patch. Great idea. The black tag on the tongue there with the off-the-wall skateboard in white. Black trim throughout. And then of course you have that white contrast stitching. Now the shoe, as I mentioned before, also features the reinforced uppers. So like I said with the heel, you got that heel bumper. You got the extra stitching on the jazz stripe, the eye stay, the tongue, pretty much everywhere. There's an extra stitch just to really make this a sturdy shoe. For the price that you pay for these, $80, I think this is just a steal. Just such a great shoe. I could probably see these selling at like $110, $120. So I can't believe that they're only $80. The only problem I have with the MTEs, the only issue that I found is a little bit of leakage underneath the eyelets here, the very first eyelet. Right underneath this flap, there's a little bit, there's a little hole in there where you can definitely see some water going in there. So that's a little bit of a bummer, but still, I think it's a great buy. I'm sure you can get a glue gun and just patch it up real quick. Also features that gusseted tongue, so you don't have to worry about any kind of leakage up here on the top. They really thought everything through with these. Very cool shoe. These guys do fit true to size. As I mentioned, they retail for $80. I can't beat that price. You can actually find these on the Vans website as well as select Vans retailers. Glazed Ginger colorway is also available still, as well as some other colorways that they've been releasing. And you can even find these in some girl colorways as well. Some different ones that are pretty cool. So hope you guys like the review, and be sure to stay tuned for the on feed. By the way, guys, I just want to let you know that the MTEs do come up a little bit higher than your standard SK8-Hi on the ankle. So you can see the brown portion of the shoe is pretty much the added height. Just something to keep in mind, it is going to have a slightly different fit than your standard SK8-Hi.